YouTube land, what's going on everybody? We are back on another YouTube video, and in this video we are taking a look at my observations or takeaways from last night's game versus the Buffalo Bills, so let's get right into it. Alright, so now that we know about the injuries and the unfortunate circumstances, we're really bracing for the worst for both of these injuries. Jared Davis, yes, I do like Jelani Tavai, but I don't need Jared Davis to be out to know that Jelani Tavai is going to be our starter. Now, Frank Ragnow, another very unfortunate circumstance. We don't really know what happened on him either. Apparently, a player rolled up on his leg, and now we're waiting to figure out what that injury does. But since that happened, they had to make adjustment mid-game, so we really got a chance to see what this offense may look like without Frank Ragnow. So what they did with the offensive line, they kept Taylor Decker at the left tackle position, obviously. Then they put Joe Dahl at the left guard spot. Okay, so this is the guy they're competing for it. But he's at the left guard spot. They put Graham Glasgow at the center. And at right guard, they put Kenny Wiggins. Okay, so the two guys that were fighting for the left guard spot now are splitting up to play both guard. And at right tackle, we saw Rick Wagner. Okay, so that's how the offensive line looked when the injuries happened. Now, even though this is how the offensive line looked, there's definitely still going to be a lot of competitions going on. But I would say guys like Oday Abushi don't seem to be like in that position where they're gonna really get a lot of playing time. I don't know. It just doesn't look that good. He's definitely going to be a depth kind of guy, which we all know we definitely need at this time into the year. Okay, we need the depth. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Detroit Lions go sign a few people after this day. I would not be surprised if they went out and looked for another linebacker, or even if they went out and looked for another offensive lineman. Okay, don't be surprised if that kind of thing happens. Let's get out of the sad stuff, okay? Because injuries are not exciting. But what is exciting is looking at some of these takeaways. We're going to start off with old Matthew Stafford, who was absolutely phenomenal. Matthew Stafford was great, and there was no rust. I mean, you could say that they started off slow, but I'm not surprised with that. They really did start off slow, like 3 straight this little curl routes. I mean, to the running back, to the outside wide receiver, very simple stuff. But once he got going, Matthew Stafford, man, he looks so good, okay? Matthew Stafford scrambled around, dodging, just dodging, you know what I'm saying? This is what he brings to the table, fires it back to the end zone. Kenny Galladay caught a touchdown. No, you stepped out of bounds, buddy. You stepped out of bounds, buddy. What are you doing? But it was still a dive, okay? But not even that. Matthew Stafford played great. He had two drops in the red zone by Danny Amendola and TJ Hockenson. Now, I'm not going to hate on these guys because they played super well up to this point. They did a lot of other good things. TJ Hockenson caught everything. He was Matthew Stafford's favorite target by far. And Danny Amendola, who just like whopped over the dude, and he's a really small guy, just whopped over him, took the ball and started running. That's two really good plays that we saw. We saw these guys play really well up to that point. It wasn't like that was like, oh my goodness, that was your one chance. No. They played really well. TJ Hockenson still played absolutely well even with that drop. Even counting those two drops, though, Matthew Stafford was 12 for 19, 137 yards, a touchdown, and a 102.3 pass rating. And when Matthew Stafford has had over a 100-yard pass rating, that's when he had his best pass ratings in his career. So maybe that has something to do with it. So hopefully that's a good sign. It looked really good, though. 12 for 19, he was dotting them up. He was definitely dotting the players up, and that's what I really like to see. I don't even think he got sacked. So there's a lot of good stuff there for Matthew Stafford. Now, quarterback position, we'll stick in that realm, right? The backup quarterback, right? Everybody's trying to figure out who is the backup quarterback. And I'm not going to jump to conclusions yet. We got one more week to find out, okay? I think that's what it comes down to. But David Fowles was now the backup, okay? You got to think last week he was the third string. Now he's the backup. So this is something I think not a lot of people talk about, but necessarily this could have a factor that David Fowles played the third strings the week before, and that's why he had a great game. Now he has to play the second strings, and he had an okay game, right? You got to think of it the same way. Josh Johnson, second string. Now he's third string, had a little bit of a better game. He got more comfortable. Maybe it has nothing to do with it. Maybe it does. I just thought I would throw it out there. Maybe it's something to think about. But David Fowles, the backup quarterback, was 3 for 8 for 22 yards. Are you excited? Yeah, there wasn't a lot there, okay? But David Fowles at the same time, okay, if I'm putting categories, terrible, bad, okay, good, great, I put it in bad, not necessarily terrible. I don't think it was terrible. I just don't think it was okay. I think it was bad. I think he missed a lot of passes. Same time, pressure was kind of there, but you know what? It's football. I mean, we have injuries on the offensive line. That kind of thing is going to happen, so I need you to be prepared for that. He'll be getting better, though. Now, Josh Johnson, the third string that was yesterday, looked more comfortable. 5 for 10, 71 yards, and a Travis Fulgham fumble. That really sealed the deal. Yep. No, seriously, he could have won the game. They were moving the ball down the field, down by 4, to end the game, and Travis Fulgham fumbles at the 16-yard line. Not a good look for Fulgham, but it happens, right? It's football once again. So he fumbled 16-yard line. Luckily, this is preseason. This doesn't count because I'd be super upset. But that's how we end up pretty much losing the game, and that pretty much ended. So the debate for backup quarterback still goes on. I don't think anybody's a clear favorite at this point, but it still goes on. Now, TJ Hockenson, like I talked about, was great. Yeah, he was great. T.J. Hockenson was definitely Matthew Stafford's favorite target. We saw it throughout the offseason that he was. And he made a few grabs over the middle. He's just getting wide open. It was like, how in the world are you getting open like that, TJ? And he's going to be a problem. Let me just say it simply. He's going to be a problem. Yeah, that was a weird way to say it. You guys may have not understood what I just said. He's going to be a problem, basically, because they can't keep up with him. 1, he's athletic and fast. And 2, he's big. 3, he can catch the ball. 4, he can block. He's going to be a mismatch nightmare for every single team. I love what I'm seeing there from T.J. Hockenson. He's going to be a problem. Jesse James also played well. I think he was kind of overshadowed because of Hockenson, but Jesse James played well too. So we got 2 really good tight ends there. We knew that. Nauta also caught a pass, which was nice to see. Nauta got his feet under him a little bit. And defensively, we looked really good. We forced 2 turnovers. Should have been 3. We forced 2 turnovers, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 punched out fumble recoveries by the defense. And we also had an interception by Jalen Reeves-Maybin that didn't count because of a roughing the passer call. No, it's not roughing the passer, but whatever. They didn't call rough passer, whatever. Either way, we had a pick. Jalen Reeves-Maybin had an interception, and it was called back. But even if it doesn't count, we still had 2 turnovers. Basically, we had 3. The fact is, we were in the right positions, and we had opportunities to make turnovers. And that's something that this defense is definitely trying to work on. So, saw a lot of good things from the defense side of the ball, at least with the starters. The second unit, and really in the second quarter, we kind of struggled a little bit. We had a couple up and downs, which I'll get into later, who played well, who didn't. But we did see a few good things there. Now, Ty Johnson, oh yeah, Ty Johnson's the real deal, baby. Ty Johnson's fast. He's pretty strong. He's running pretty hard. But he also had the theoretic wheel route grab. Something that we heard about throughout the offseason. It happened. Wheel route grab. Ty Johnson said, "Get off me, touchdown, baby." I'm like Theo, and he did something like that. I don't know if he did that, but we scored a touchdown, and it looked really, really good. I was hyped. I thought it was carry on. It wasn't. No, it was Ty Johnson, and Matt Prater, 61 yards. Come on, man. There's no wind. Matt, there's no wind. This is not Madden. There's no wind behind you. You're in Ford Field. You know when you play on Madden, you get that 8-mile-per-hour wind, you're like, yeah. You're like, I can hit this. Matt Prater didn't have the wind. And he was indoors, and his dude kicked it 61 yards. Madden, you got to up that rating, okay? What a kick by Matt Prater to go into half, 14-13. Just an amazing kick. And as you guys know, we did fall in this one, 24-20. But still, we saw a lot of good things. I'll get into really my stock watch later. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream last night if you guys were in there. If not, there's definitely a replay of it. So if you guys want to see some reactions, definitely go check it out. I'll also put a highlight of my reactions in there as well. I made a highlight video. So if you guys just want to see simply reactions, boom, I think I got you covered with that one. Anyways, thank you for watching. And I'm out.